Welcome to the History of Image podcast for yet another thought provoking episode. I'm your host, Sonia Dubedivan, India's first certified image professional and the founder of the Indian School of Image Management. We are here to learn about the fascinating origins of everything that becomes a part of our image. From traditional etiquette to our body language, we will be exploring their emergence and development throughout the years. Today, we are going to learn about the history and origins of high heels, their significance, and their evolution through the fashion history. Let's get started. High heels and their significance. High heels are essential. It is difficult to imagine a fashion world without high heels in them. Heels elevate and establish your personal style that helps you express yourself. For years, high heels have been closely associated with women fashion and are considered both fashionable and classy. They are considered a sex symbol while also having become part of the female workplace uniform, highlighting feminine energy, power, status, and physical attractiveness. High heels make women feel confident, capable, and of course, taller. From fashion to a pop culture element, from business to a personal wardrobe favorite, high heels have paved the way through every phase of societal evolution. However, the history of high heels wasn't exactly how we perceive it today. Why were high heels created? Was the invention of high heels a mere fashion statement or had some practical use? Were high heels a symbol of feminine power since the beginning, or its purpose was different altogether? Brace yourself, some of these facts might blow your mind. Let's find out. History and origins of high heels. This might come as a shock to the listeners, but high heels were never invented for women. High heel shoes were first worn in the 10th century as a way to help the Persian cavalry keep their shoes in the stirrups. These shoes were known as galosh and gave them the stability they needed to shoot their bows and arrows on a moving horse. A dish excavated from Nishapur, Iran, shows a soldier from the time of the Samanid Empire in an early version of a heeled riding boot. These shoes were the forerunners of cowboy shoes and also stiletto heels we see today. Persia's emperor Shah Abbas I commanded the world's largest cavalry at the end of the 16th century. He was eager to form alliances with the European rulers in order to defeat his opponents. Hence, diplomatic relations were formed, which resulted in significant cultural exchanges. European rulers and aristocracies were in awe of the high heeled shoes donned by the Persians and soon adopted them in their outfits. The high heeled shoes of the 17th century were a status symbol. Men of higher stature, such as kings, princes, priests, and noblemen, started sporting high heeled shoes. There was one particular European leader who was so fond of high heeled shoes that he issued an order that only members of his court were allowed to wear them. Red colored heels, in particular. This was none other than King Louis XIV of France. The trend quickly spread overseas, with Charles II of England wearing a pair of enormous red French style heels during his coronation portrait in 1661. As the 18th century rolled around, women started adopting elements of men dress to achieve edginess and hence ended up incorporating high heels as part of their outfits. As time progressed, shoes became increasingly gendered throughout the 18th century. Women's high heel became narrower, more ornamental, and higher, whereas men's heel became broader and sturdier. Later, movements such as Renaissance and Enlightenment enforced the masculine aspects of men to dress and behave more rationally. Fashion was redefined as frivolous and high heels were seen as effeminate. Not only men across Europe started to abandon heels, but also made their heels shorter and chunkier. And after the French Revolution, high heels, the symbol of royalty, were completely abandoned by men. Hence, by the 19th century, high heels became strictly a domain of women. Men, on the other hand, started wearing shoe lifts inside their shoes. The only place where high heels were still held in high regard by men was in North America, thanks to the manliness portrayed by the high heeled cowboy boots. But as we went through two major world wars, any further progress in high heel fashion, especially for men, were feeble. This further cemented its association with the female gender. Pin-up girls poster became popular in the years leading up to World War II, with the women almost always wearing high heels. In 1950, the tall, skinny stiletto heel was invented and it quickly became a symbol of female sexuality. Portrayal of female characters in movies by stars like Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn convinced women that high heel stiletto heel shoes were the quickest way to man's heart. But in the 1970s, women grew tired of dressing to please men, and with the second wave of feminism, the high heels suffered as women increasingly turned against these impractical shoes. The remainder of the 20th century saw the revival of high heels due to their heavy usage by prominent celebrities like the Beatles, Madonna, Elton John, Freddie Mercury, Motley Crue, and many others. Over the last decade, male celebrities Justin Bieber, Kanye West, Harry Styles, Sam Smith wore high heels with their outfits at red carpets of major events. Famous high heels by designer houses. Now that we have gone through the vast history of high heels, let us further know how prominent designers and fashion houses reinvented them in the 21st century. Perhaps the most famous high end stiletto design was created in 1993 by French fashion designer Christian Louboutin. His signature design with red lacquered sole became a part of pop culture celebrated in cinema, television, and music. Another popular designer known for high heels is none other than Manolo Blahnik. He created sleek stiletto heels and persuaded his female clients to embrace more refined sense of feminine energy. This sophisticated shoe design found its way in numerous movies, songs, shows, and cultural references. Also, a shoe designer that gained cult status was British luxury fashion house Jimmy Choo. High-end versatile stilettos and pumps by the designer became the favorite footwear for millions of women. It became even more popular when Diana, Princess of Wales, invited the eponymous designer to design shoes for her. Its most famous reference was in the television series Sex and the City when Sarah Jessica Parker's character, Carrie Bradshaw, loses her Jimmy Choo platform in a Cinderella like fashion. Other notable design houses that spearheaded the high heels revolution include Alexander McQueen, Stuart Weitzman, Saint Laurent, Christian Dior, Bottega Veneta, and Prada. Reasons why women wear high heels. As we witnessed how high heels evolved to be a staple footwear of women, there are significant reasons why women wear high heels in modern society. These are psychological, functional, and medical. High heels are currently the most essential footwear for women. It serves as a shoe for occasions, exhibitions, performances, power, and urbanity. For women who are of shorter stature, heels add inches to their height. making them stand equally shoulder to shoulder with men, especially in the workplace. High heels are also elemental in improving and accentuating a woman's stride and posture. This makes them look more confident, noticeable, and persuasive. Medically, orthotics and insole which have a little heel specially help men and women with flat feet, a condition where one or both feet have little to no arch. They give shape to calf muscles and elongate the look of legs to make women appear more longer and leaner. In a study, researchers at Italy's University of Verona found that wearing high heels may even improve pelvic floor muscles. All in all, there are many reasons why women wear high heels, but it is proven that it has become the ultimate feminine power symbol. Thank you everyone for joining me in today's episode. We learned about the rich history of high heels, the most popular high heel designs, and the reasons why women love to wear them. Stay tuned as we will be back with a brand new episode soon. You can stay updated by following us on social media with the link in the episode description. This is your host, Sonia Dubey Diwan, and I will see you next time.